horror fans. Once again, it's the Horror Miser Monty G, and while I was at work today, I was looking through some of the videos looking at people's 31 days of Halloween, and something came across my crawl. I said, wait a minute, a trailer? Yes, it's a trailer for the Pet Sematary remake that's coming out next April. You know what that means? That's right, it's trailer reaction time! Now, this Pet Sematary is an upcoming American supernatural horror film. It was directed by Kevin Koch and Dennis Weimeier, and it was written by Jeff Buhler. I probably screwed that names up. Now, of course, this is the second adaptation of the greatest novel, one of the great novels written by the great and terrifying author Stephen King. And it is a remake of the 1989 film of the same name. This one actually stars Jason Clarke, Amy Seimetz, and John Lithgow. It's set to be released in April 5th of next year. Now, of course, you know, we all knew this was going to be remade. We saw it in Bloody Disgusting and all the other traits that this picture was getting made. It got filmed. And now we got a release date, and now we got our first official trailer. Now, of course, Special Pet Sematary is very endearing to me because it was the first novel of Stephen King I read. I was probably maybe in my mid to late teens at the time when I read the book. I was thoroughly impressed. This is a very scary, not scary, but very creepy and excellent novel. A very long novel because you know how Stephen King is in his novels. He goes into very dark and creepy places. And I was thoroughly invested in the book, and he became my favorite horror author of all time. I've read all of his books, you know, Christine, Carrie, Sometimes They Come Back, Misery. Mostly all of his horror books. I didn't get into the, I can't remember the name, the Dark Tower series. I didn't get into that particular series, but mostly every horror book that Stephen King has made, I've read it. But I digress. Let's get on with the trailer. So, here we go in 3, 2, 1, go!
So many trees.
It's beautiful, right?
That's definitely not Boston.
Here we go. Okay, so, what do you think?
Wow. This whole place is ours?
I even got him to throw in a whole forest as a new backyard.
It was a myth. Kids used to dare each other to go into the woods at night. They knew the power of that place. They feared it. Those
They look
woods
creepy.
belong to something else.
Wow, church looks different.
The ground is bad. It may be just some crazy folk tale, but there is something up in those woods. There's something that brings things back. Sometimes dead is better.
Well, that's a pretty interesting trailer. Those constant drums makes you creeped out, and those kids with those masks were very creepy too. Based upon what I'm looking at right now, it seems they're going to take Stephen King's story to a more darker realm than the one that we saw previously back in 1989. Which was it. I mean, it wasn't as dark. There was some joyous moments in that particular film, but in this film, it looks like they're going to a very dark, very creepy, very dark atmosphere. than the 1989 version. So I find that a bit fascinating. And I like John Lithgow, his narration and how he says sometimes dead is better. He just lets it flow off his tongue, which I thought was very fascinating as opposed to when Fred Wayne did the line, sometimes dead is better. But I like the trailer. You don't get much out of it. Yeah, sorry about that. House phone rang. As I was saying before, I'm pretty sure most people are aware of the story right now, so we're not seeing anything that we don't know before. We know the characters. We know who Jason Clarke is. We know we have Gage. We have Peter Pascal. We have Judd. So we all basically own the characters. Even Church looks like a different cat, which I thought was pretty interesting. So it's not like we don't know the characters, but I'm glad the film doesn't give away that much, but just shows what type of style that they're going to use to tell this particular story, which is going to be very dark. So, my horror fans, what do you think about this trailer? Do you think that you're interested in seeing this particular version of Stephen King's story? Do you think this is going to be even better than the one that we saw back in 1889, or if it's just simply a bad remake? Leave your comments down in your comment section below and tell me what you thought about the first trailer of the new Pet Sematary movie. So that's my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up and like, because it does help the channel out a lot. And once again, this is your first time here, please hit that subscriber button and ring that notification bell. That way you can come and enjoy the horror experience with me, the Horror Miser Monty G. And as always, all my social media links will be down in the description box below as well. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember, horror rules. I'll see y'all guys later. I'm out.
Sometimes that is better.